Hey everyone, it's Kayla here, and today I'm sharing a layout and process video for Aardvark Gifts and Crafts. I'm using the gorgeous Hearth and Home collection by Simple Stories. First off, I'd like to just apologise if I sound a little bit bunged up. I'm currently suffering with a cold, and I'm not feeling too great if I'm honest. Joys of working at a primary school, I guess. So yeah, but I really needed to get this voiceover done, so hopefully I don't sound too bad. So what I'm doing first off is I picked this gorgeous background paper from the kit, which actually had some kind of shelving pattern, I think, or something along the bottom, maybe even some kitchen icons, I can't remember now. But then the rest of the page was blank, and it was like a tone on tone kind of white with like little grey, very light grey dots on the paper. And I thought this would make a lovely background, so I cut it down to A4 size, which meant that I could then lose off the kind of print along the bottom and just have this gorgeous background. I then decided to use a border as well on this layout, and I've gone for the gorgeous wood grain in this collection, which I think I've kind of hoarded so far, to be honest. This is now my 6th layout with this page, with this kit, sorry, and yeah, I think this is the most I've used of that wood grain so far. I'm now looking through some of the scraps I have left, just little things that I cut up from previous pages. These little strips are from when I've cut my paper down to A4 size, and there's always a little bit that I chop off the bottom. So I'm just having a little look through those and seeing what I want to use at the top of my layout. I'm kind of going for a design where I have my photos at the top connected to some paper strips, and then I'm going to have a cluster at the bottom again, trying to maybe mimic those paper strips at the bottom as well. That's kind of the idea I had in my head. Now, the photos that I'm scrapbooking us today are rather funny photos, I think. These were taken last year, just before the whole pandemic thing came about. I think these might have been taken either end of February or beginning of March last year. And at my children's school, they decided to have a Bible dress-up day, so that meant that the children had to dress up as someone from the Bible. Now, TJ dressed up as, I think he was called Saint Thomas, and we used his like dressing gown as the outfit for for the costume, because obviously a lot of them wore like robes and things back then. And then I used an eyeliner and penciled in a moustache, which he wasn't very happy about. I think once he got to school, he did wash it off. But obviously a lot of them had facial hair back then, so I thought that was a good idea. And then Darcy, bless her, she decided to wear, it was actually a costume we bought TJ a few years ago for a nativity play, and it was a camel costume, and we decided to dress Darcy up as a camel because obviously back in those days they used camels to get around, so so obviously camels do make an appearance in the Bible. So I thought that was rather funny, and it was definitely worth documenting. We aren't a very religious family. My children do go to a Catholic school, and they are raised obviously with a lot of those kind of Catholic beliefs. Because of that, we do also go to a youth club, which is at a church, and they learn a lot about the Bible and things there as well. And we go there once a week, and the kids love it. They love all things like that. Even though we aren't massively religious, I think that it's really good for children to be raised knowing those stories from the Bible and things, because I know I did when I was a young child, and I think it teaches you a lot of things that you take with you right through your life. So what I've done so far is I've tucked in lots of fussy cut florals around my clusters. I've also brought in a few other bits and pieces as well from this collection. I've got a little pot with some florals in. I've added a little clock because obviously these photos were for a school event, so I thought the clock worked well because of that. I've got a little house in there as well. And now I'm just bringing in some little bits. I did go off camera and stick everything down. I've also got this kind of like memo board at the bottom which says, if you're going to rise, you might as well shine bright. And I thought that's a really nice quote, and definitely you know, an inspiring one for my children. You know, if they're going to get up, they should shine bright. And obviously on this day they definitely stood out. Darcy as a camel and TJ with his drawn on moustache. I'm going to bring in some little hearts now from the, I think I used some of the die cut hearts as well as some stickers as well, and the foam stickers as well. So scatter those around in a few places. And I'm also bringing in some little sprigs to add to my florals, which are fussy cut from pattern paper. And also a little red flower at the bottom. I felt like I needed a little bit more red down the bottom because I haven't got some of those big red flowers at the bottom. So I did scatter a little bit of red around in that bottom cluster as well. I think I'm now just sticking things down, some of the hearts, and popping them up on foam just to add some little, you know, some different levels of dimension throughout the page. Now, I am thinking at this point I need something at the top. It kind of stops with those paper strips, so I kind of needed something that would kind of just make it look a little bit more like it's kind of drifting down the page, a little bit more cohesive, I think. So I do bring in some word phrase stickers, and I go for a yellow one and a black one, and they read just lovely and live simply. And I'm also going to add a heart up there as well, and I think that just makes it look a little bit more balanced, and it definitely, I don't know, looks better to my eye. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do on this. I'm just bringing in some sprigs now. I were going to go for the fussy cut ones to start with, and then I find these ones on the sticker sheet, so I thought I'd use those up on here. I've added those hearts in. Now I wanted to kind of, I've used the word happy as my title for this page, but I really wanted to kind of get on here what this page is about, because these photos are very different to what I'd normally scrapbook. I mean, we don't often see TJ with a moustache, so I wanted to kind of explain it so that if, you know, family members didn't want to read the whole journaling about this page, when I do come to add that, at least they know what is going on in these photographs. So I pull out some tile stickers from my stash, and I write the words Bible Dress Up Day using those, and I think that works really well, and it adds another pop of black around this page as well. And yeah, I really love how that looks, and I'm so pleased that I added that on. And then I'm going to finish off now with some gold splatters using my Jen Hadfield Gold Mist, which is from my stash. And I think that really does finish the page off. So thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking with me even though I sound absolutely awful. I shall be back again next week with another layout for Aardvark Gifts and Crafts. Thank you for watching. Bye.